Please sit down. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and colleagues, I'm delighted to welcome you to this honorary degree ceremony at the University of Bath. It is my most pleasing duty to commend Professor Michele Aresta, who will be accepting the honorary degree of Doctor of Engineering today, in recognition of his distinguished contributions to the critically important area of carbon dioxide utilisation. An honorary degree is the highest accolade the university can bestow. In celebrating the 50th anniversary of granting of our Royal Charter by Her Majesty the Queen this year, we will be recognising over 60 remarkable men and women in this way. Many of these honorary degrees will be conferred during the summer at the Abbey and in the winter degree ceremonies, as is customary, but 27 will be conferred at celebratory events such as this over the course of the next year. Professor Aresta was appointed as a David Parkin Visiting Professor here at Bath last year, but has also held visiting professorships at several universities in Europe, China, Japan, the USA, Brazil, and India. Higher education has become increasingly internationalised, and Bath's reputation on the global stage has grown significantly since its inception those 50 years ago. It is entirely fitting, therefore, that we should bestow an honour on someone whose research spans a number of decades and indeed continents. Professor Aresta's article, My Journey in the Carbon Dioxide Chemistry Wonderland, which is a great title for an article. Unfortunately, I've never had an article that could espouse such a title, indicates his enthusiasm for his subject. This enthusiasm has clearly inspired the many undergraduate and graduate students who have been fortunate enough to benefit from his experience and expertise. In his acknowledgement of their contribution to his research, he is unstintingly generous. I suspect that his students are equally complimentary about him and look forward to the insights that the University Orator, Professor Tim Mays, will share with us shortly. So, without further ado, we will start the formal ceremony. By my authority as Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I declare this congregation open for the conferment of honorary degrees. I call upon the University Orator to present candidates for degrees honoris causa.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor and Provost, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, Professor Michele Aresta is a pioneer of carbon dioxide chemistry. Over the past almost 40 years, his outstanding research contributions in the conversion of carbon dioxide have contributed to the recent change in attitude in the scientific community, industry and the public at large that carbon dioxide should no longer be considered as a waste to be disposed of, but as a resource that can produce valuable products while at the same time contributing to the reduction in carbon emissions, one of our biggest challenges of the lifetime. Michele received his degree in industrial chemistry from the University of Milan in Italy in 1964, then moved to the University of Bari to work as a research assistant in the Faculty of Engineering. In 1968, he had his first contact with UK academia as a postdoctoral researcher at UCL, working under Professor Nyholm. He has made outstanding an academic career in the University of Bari. This includes Professor of Inorganic Chemistry from 1975 to 2012, Head of Department from 1986 to 1990, and Dean of the Faculty of Environmental Sciences from 1990 to 2002. He's also founder and director of the Interdepartmental Centre on Environmental Methodologies and Technologies. After retiring from the University of Bari, Michele was appointed as Isaac Manasseh Mayer Chair Professor at the Department of Chemical and Biomolecular Engineering at the National University of Singapore, and an Honorary Chair Professor in Chemical Engineering at the University of Tianjin in China. In 2015, we were delighted and privileged at his appointment as a David Parkin Visiting Professor in the Department of Chemical Engineering here at the University. Michele is the author of numerous publications. To give just a few examples, his 1987 book, Carbon Dioxide as a Source of Carbon, is an essential textbook for those working in the area of carbon dioxide chemistry. His recent book, Biorefinery from Biomass to Chemicals and Fuels, has helped shape the growth of this emerging biotechnology sector in Europe, but globally. This has become a major resource for our field. In 1975, he published his first paper, Transitional Metal Complex Bearing Carbon Dioxide Molecule as a Ligand, which really opened the field of carbon dioxide chemistry. His 2007 paper in the Dalton Transactions on utilization of CO2 as a chemical feedstock, incidentally co-authored by Professor Angela Di Benedetto, who's in our audience here today, has been cited over 580 times. And throughout his career, Michele has written over 250 scientific publications with over 6,000 citations. As a graduate in industrial chemistry, Michele has always worked at the interface between chemistry and chemical engineering, from the understanding of fundamental carbon dioxide chemistry to the licensing of patents for the production of high-value chemicals from CO2 and biomass. This is the same ethos that characterises the Centre for Sustainable Chemical Technologies here at the university, which involves close collaboration between the Departments of Chemistry and Chemical Engineering, and has made our collaboration with Michele so fruitful. In fact, we have the director of the CSCT in the audience here today, Professor Davidson. Michele's contributions have been recognised in many ways. He was appointed President of the Inorganic Chemistry Division of the Italian Chemical Society between 2005 and 2008, Chair of the Inorganic Chemistry Division of the European Chemical Society between 2009 and 2012, and he's also received many, many awards, including from the Italian Chemical Society for pioneering work on carbon dioxide activation and utilisation, the Renoir Award for the dissemination of science, the award from the Société Française de Chimie for inorganic chemistry, an award from the University of Tianjin, and recently the gold medal for the Italian Inorganic Chemistry Division in 2006, a distinguished list of awards for Michele. He is founder of the International Conference on Carbon Dioxide Utilisation, which held its 14th meeting in Sheffield this September. I imagine Peter Starring was significantly involved in that, and Professor Peter Starring is in the audience here today. Michele's legacy in the Italian chemistry community endures via the creation of the Inter-University Consortium on Chemical Reactivity and Catalysis, which brings together 18 universities and over 40 research groups in Italy, an immense contribution. And this, again, is in the fundamental area between chemistry and chemical engineering, all working on the topics of sustainable development and manufacturing. And again, that's close to our heart here at Bath. This gives a flavour of Michele's scientific contributions, but really there is more to say. All these are immense contributions, but what is important is how he's done this, his approach. Michele is a man of great personal integrity, warmth and generosity. His many former and current students and research partners can be found around the world and often visit him at his wonderful countryside home in Puglia, in the south of Italy. I know that everyone who's worked with Michele would always say it's been challenging, in the best possible sense of the word, and enjoyable. He's a real talent for engaging people and opening up opportunities. In the year he spent at Bath as a Dabian Parky visiting professor, he's become part of the fabric of chemical engineering department, engaging not only in research with a number of colleagues, but also in our social life. As head of department, I'm very, very proud of that. Michele is a world-leading industrial chemist and continues to be a strong advocate for the power of science and technology to advance humanity while protecting our environment. He is an inspiring and enduring example to us all as a mentor, colleague and friend. Deputy Vice-Chancellor and Provost, I present to you Professor Michele Aresta, who is eminently worthy to receive the degree of Doctor of Engineering, honoris causa.
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Engineering, honoris causa.
Good. Thank you very much. So, dear friends, I believe that the university, in all historical periods and everywhere in the world, have been center of excellence, progress, knowledge. Therefore, receiving a recognition from a university, and most importantly from a university prestigious like the Bath University, is a great honor. I feel really greatly honored and also a little moved. You can feel it. And I am very, very happy about belonging to this community, scientific community. In the last year, I have spent several months here in Bath, and I have very much appreciated how dynamic is the scientific community at this university, and the continuous workshops, talks with colleagues and students, group meetings, seminars have really filled my weekdays here. Well, at weekends, I had the opportunity of visiting this very beautiful city, elegant city, and I have very much enjoyed the free guided tours through the city, remembering, refreshing history and learning stories about this community, social community. The concert in the Abbey were really moments of great pleasure. So I really have appreciated living here for a few months, and I still remember the long walks along the Avon River to the countryside. And I have to say that also I have very much appreciated here the food and beer and people. I have discovered some very interesting spot where you can taste old English style meals, and I like them very much. Although if I heard that the best restaurant in city is an Italian restaurant where you have to book 2 months in advance your Saturday meal. I don't know, maybe it is true, but I really like the food here and people. So I have to say that I will not stop today my contacts with Bath. I will be back, also because we have a research project going on. And let me thank very much the university for this great honor. Let me thank Davide, Mattia, and Tim Mais for their friendship, and all the academic staff of the engineering, chemical engineering department, for having accepted my person among them. And let me thank all of you for having been here today and being here today to partake with me this very joyous occasion and day. Thank you very much.
I now declare this congregation closed for the conferment of honorary degrees. Thank you all very much. Please stand.